Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and oh boy, I have a treat for you today. So, pretty much for a very first time, I played some games with a Cobra. Well, apart the first impressions, right? And I got quite a grip of this vehicle, fellas. I played yesterday for like 38 games, and I love this thing. But you know, everything is coming with a price. Anyways, first of all, I want to have a talk with you and to recommend for every single of you to prepare for upcoming level 4 battle pass if we are going to have this time, because we had it once before, so it is always good to prepare and to be safe just in case. So Skill, what do you want to say? Remember the last 4th stage of the battle pass, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we could get ourselves whatever premium tank? Yeah, if this event would come back, you know how to do the things properly and how to do everything well. So the answer is very, very simple. You are playing with your tier 6 shitters, right? You are playing with whatever, how many of them you have. You are preparing them up to 95 points or whatever, or 90 points. So whenever you are finishing the vehicle grind, you are pretty much getting 15 points as a bonus, and you need to deal as many of them as possible to get to this level. There is plenty of the tier 6 shitters. I believe a lot of you have a tier, I believe a lot of you have premium tanks, maybe Tog or whatever else. Prepare them just in case. Skill, do you know 100% it's coming? No, I do not know, but there is a chance it will come, right? And it's always good to be prepared. And I was reading comment section of the video when I gave this advice earlier, and a lot of people were super grateful and super happy about this. Now, Skill, I have a question. Why to prepare the tier 6 when I want to do the tier 10s? Well, answer is simple. It is a simple math, fellas. So, looking into the tier 10, you need 700 points in order to get 35 point bonus, right? So 35 points for 700 points in total earned. And if you are going to the tier 6, you can prepare 7 of them. 7 times 15? No, fellas, let's do the math. 7 times 15. How much we are going to have? Skill 75! Good job, good job. 75. So pretty much playing the same amount of the games, you are preparing twice more points in advance, speaking about the tier 6s. Obviously, tier 7s are not that big of a problem, but you are being just tiny touch less efficient. So tier 6s are the way to go, and let's go, fellas, let's cross our fingers. My prediction is correct for this. And now, without further ado, let's teleport into the game with a Cobra. It is insanely powerful tank. I know this tank wasn't rated on the index page, yes, because I haven't had a chance and time to play with this vehicle, but now since I have enough points, I am doing that. And today, well, actually not today, on the Monday, I think I am going to finish the Cobra marking. That's the plan, that's the hope, that's the dream. So, without further ado, let's teleport into the game and let's see what Papa Skill can show. Let's go. And we are back. So the very first game which we have with this vehicle is on Lakeville against the tier 10s. Not that bad. Now, what this tank has to offer and what is so unique about this tank, right? First of all, it has autoloader 4 in the magazine. The gold ammunition on this tank has 490 average damage if you are penetrating 210 millimeters of penetration. So penetration is not very huge, but oh boy, if you are going to be able to penetrate the tanks. I had a situation when E75s fallen on their knees in 4 seconds. It is insane what this vehicle is capable of doing if you are obviously doing the things properly and well. By the way, looking into this gentleman crossing, he is not really happy about. Whee! No comments, fellas. Literally no comments. I do not want to say absolutely anything about this. I just want to keep my opinion for myself. Anyway, speaking about the standard ammunition. It has 360 alpha damage and it has 268 millimeters of penetration, but the thing is, the shell velocity is extremely slow, so I would not recommend to have more than 1 or 2 clips. Now, amount of the ammunition overall on this tank is very far away from being perfect. I believe this is definitely worth thing to say this, so yeah, keep this in mind. I believe this tank has extremely high level of skill cap on it. In other words, if you are, let's say, average World of Tanks player, you can still have fun by any means and by any doubts, but it is very hard tank to play with. At least that's what I noticed. I had some games as well when I barely managed to do a couple of shots with the tank and I simply took one for the team and I was crying afterwards, if I can say so. So it is definitely possible, and once again, it is not so easy tank to play with. I just want to put this out of the way and say that straight in the face, because it is important information in my opinion. So, speaking about important information, now, if this gentleman will go sideways. He's not going sideways. Unfortunately, he's not going sideways. The thing is, I won't be able to do anything for him, so I need to kind of fall back a bit and wait until they will start making a bit of pressure. Whenever they will make a bit of pressure, then we can boom and then we can do very, very, very bad things for them. This is a super important thing to say. So, at this point, once again, we are sitting relatively fine hold down here, and I am waiting till the moment when I can actually get involved with it. This is not as simple as it might look like. This is not as simple as it might look like, fellas. Yeah, very, very hard game, extremely hard game. E75, if this E75 would try to make a bit of pressure, we would make sure he would enjoy himself to the maximum, and I think we can make him to enjoy himself to the maximum. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. And this is what this tank is capable of doing. And this is what this tank is capable of doing, fellas. It took me 3 seconds, literally, fellas, 3 seconds in order to pump 1,400 damage. It is insane what this tank is capable of doing and how this tank can mess everyone up without even asking their names. It is truly insanity. Once again, not the easiest tank to play with by any shape and by any means, but if you are doing things properly, oh boys, you can feel like a champion of the day. Anyways, in this kind of situation, I think I will go for this object 780, like I would have any other choice, right? So let's see what we can do for him. If he is smart, he might try to escape, although, you know, I think he is sitting probably somewhere around this area. This would be my prediction. This is what I think about the current situation. Okay, good. Lovely. How are you doing? Minus 500. Fellas, minus 500. It is insane what this tank is capable of doing. It is truly sick. And yesterday we had quite a bit of the discussion, and I said I am enjoying to play with this tank quite a bit myself, right? I'm having a good time, right? And this is maybe selfish attitude, but I like this vehicle a lot and I have a blast playing with it. Now, I have a question. If you ever met if you ever met Cobra in the game, do you enjoy yourself to play against this tank or not, you know? I am very, very curious what you have to say about this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. For me, it is super important thing to say. It is super important thing to say. 40 seconds reload. I should be able to reload fully. I do not really think it is going to be that bad of the problem or of the issue to fully reload. I think we should be completely fine. Or will we? I know I can fully clip Grilla. And that would be pretty much the perfect showcase how, in a way, broken this tank can be if you are doing everything properly and accordingly, and if you are making it work as you're supposed to, right? Grilla, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I am talking about whenever I am saying this tank has a huge potential for punishing enemies for their mistakes. First game, solid 4000, not a big surprise, but keep this in mind. You need to spam the full gold, and gold is doing pretty much more damage, but you have less penetration, but you have better shell velocity. It is pretty much no-brainer to go with a full gold with this vehicle. Just how it goes, just how it works. This is what this vehicle is created for. It is kind of a credit sink. Just in case, if we have some people who do not know how you are getting Cobra, you are getting Cobra for 24 battle pass points, which you can accumulate from the previous 4 stages, right, or 3 stages, and now. So you pretty much could get Cobra like 10 days ago or something. Anyways, top by the damage, top by experience, I would say that was quite a journey. Grille evaporated in no time whatsoever. E75 was crying a bit, Object was crying a bit. Yeah, this is quite a tank, and I am losing 13,000 credits in this game. Let's go for round number 2. Okay, fellas, beautiful. So, what do we have for a second game? We have a Ghost Town Encounter game. Now, a lot of things are depending on the light tanks. If our light tank is going to be smart, there is a chance he is going to outspot the enemy light tank who is trying to push in the middle, if he is going to be smart. So, this start is pretty much the game of the light tanks, if that makes sense, right? Our light tank is going in front like there is no tomorrow. He is going in front like crazy mother trucker. And I have a bad news. By saying I have a bad news, that means, yeah, I think our light tank is a bit weaker than enemy light tank is. Because our light tank has only 200 HP left, so that's not looking that hot and that nicely overall. Anyways, it's not changing absolutely anything. We are still feeling relatively well, and all we need to do at this point, I want to find the mistakes from the enemies. Now, this is the situation whenever you are not penetrating, right? Whenever you are not penetrating, you are hitting enemies for very low amount of the damage with this vehicle. And by saying low amount of the damage, I truly mean it. Like 50-ish, whatever, you know? So you need to make sure you are, let's say, abusing the tanks which you can penetrate. In my opinion, with this tank you are playing relatively aggressively, because long range sniping is not what you want to do with this tank. In my opinion, you need to be tiny touch more aggressive, and you need to use your balls sometimes more than your brain in order to be successful with this vehicle. Well, at least this is my thinking process, and at least this is what I think. Now, speaking about the ELC even, I have a feeling ELC even is actually making a mistake by saying that. I mean, he's playing in this side. So, he is pretty much allowing our light tank to do whatever he wants to do, and this is why we are winning the game. So, in this situation, we need to find the balls. We need to find the strength in the balls in order to make pressure towards the enemies. It is super important thing to do. And how I need to do this? I need to make a pressure in front. Thank you. And this is what I need to do, fellas. I need to find the balls in order to make a bit of pressure. So, we are going to cross like this. We are eliminating this gentleman just like so. And then we have 2 left. Now, this gentleman is on the reload. I know this and you know this, so we are spanking him for 1000 in 1.5 seconds. This is very good. I lost a bit of the hit points there and there, but it doesn't really matter. Honestly, he is down to one-shottable and he is down to the garage. Good. What we need to do at this point? At this point, we need to figure out where we could go in order to find a decent angle to punish enemies for their mistakes and for their stupidity. That's what I need to do. Obviously, I'm currently reloading, so, you know, my options are extremely limited, but by any means, by any doubts, we are not going to give up. We are just starting our journey. Now, there is a huge chance the Wafflecock or Vaza is sitting over there. Now, if it is the case, I need to be prepared to shoot them. Lorraine, ELC. ELC should sit in this bush. Vaza is sitting over there. Okay. Let's see. Can I say something nice for this gentleman? Wait. I know he is clippable and I know he is relatively mine, if I can say so. All I need to do, I need to see him being spotted. Cool, that's a very nice penetration. And this game is kind of over. Bad play by me. I must admit I haven't played aggressively enough because our team was simply stronger. I really had doubts in our light tank, but I shouldn't have. What do I mean by saying this? He did a nice opening, even though he lost a lot of hit points. After that, he slowed it down and he did the things properly. So yeah, and I was very, very afraid of the enemy light tank. So I was afraid of the demons under my bed, if I can say so. Doesn't change absolutely anything. I am alright with that. I can accept the fail. 2000 damage, it is fine. Now, speaking about this, ELC even he messed up quite a bit by not going into the middle, and that's why our light tank has 5000 assisting damage, and that's why enemy light tank has 200. This is a big difference between the light tanks. So good job to the Mr. Actually, good job to the Mr. World of Low IQ. I see. That explains why the opening of this gentleman was to go full troll through the middle. I love his name. Anyways, let's go to the round number 3. Alright, so what do we have? We have Fisherman's Base standard game. I am a top dog on the field. The bad thing is I cannot make pressure here. I just simply cannot do that. I can't afford this. So in this kind of situation, I am feeling a bit stuck, and I need to figure out how to play this game. I think the middle is the right choice for us in this kind of situation. But once again, we'll see. Time will show absolutely everything. Enemy T-71 dies getting spotted, so very, very unfortunate for this gentleman, but what can I say? Oh, yes, 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 fellas. I think I'm risking for the biscuit. I think I am risking for the biscuit. Watch this. Wait. He's not feeling good. Oh, he's not feeling good. Done. Unfortunately, pretty much one penetration and that's it. Not ideal, but this is what we have and this is what we need to live with. It is okay, I missed a couple of shots, I needed to aim a bit better, I guess. Better luck next time. Now we are waiting for 20 seconds until we are going to reload, and whenever we are going to reload, I think we are going to try to abuse this light tank or this VK3000, right? 1 out of 2. I'm aware of the enemies who might try to make a bit of pressure like this. I am very, very well aware of that. So we want to stay close to the middle, but in the same time, I want to try to approach enemies in a bit different way, if that makes sense. So the first things first, how we could do this? I think we could easily take this position here. Actually, I probably could go even over there as well, but that's fine. Should I? I think I could, and I think I should. Okay, we are in position where I want to play. Now, we need to prepare for this, because this is going to be very risky. This is going to be very risky, but this could work extremely well in our favor. Now, pay attention to this gentleman over there. All I want to see him making a mistake. One mistake is all I need and he is pretty much doomed. One. I know I am in the middle of the shithole, I'm aware of that. But I'm still feeling pretty damn great. Good, after 40 seconds we will try to do the same thing but for Vaka at this point. Yes, this is how you are playing with this tank. You are not redline bushwhacking, you are trying to get involved into the games and you are trying to be annoying mosquito for the enemy team. This is how at least I am playing with this tank and it works pretty well for me. If it works well for me, I believe it can work well for you as well. Good. Uh-oh. No, 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 yes, I'm alive. I am alive. Ooh, that was close. That was close. He is very, very lucky I did not have anything in the magazine, because if I would have something, he would be a dead meat already, but it is how it is. Anyways, let's try to escape from this position here, and let's see, can we craft a decent angle for the guys who are trying to make pressure in the city. This is a hard one. It's becoming harder and harder and harder, fellas, speaking about this game. In this situation, I think we might need to reevaluate our strategy since enemy team, by the looks of it, are playing better. Skill, may I ask a question why you haven't played in the city? Yeah, sure, absolutely. The answer is simple, because I couldn't. It is not the ideal option for us to go there, right? You simply cannot make pressure from the city, and this is a big trouble, at least in my humble opinion. So that's why I made a decision not to play in the city. Which is quite sad thing, but oh well, what can you do? Meanwhile, that light tank is walking on very thin ice. He's walking on extremely thin ice. All I want to do, I want to see him making a mistake. Yeah, I think mistake is coming from him. I think mistake is coming from him, fellas. Yep, that's a mistake. That's it, gun. ELC even did not manage to react into this. Only one thing which he managed to say was meh, and he died. This is how powerful this vehicle is in certain situations. Now, this game is probably over for our team, but obviously we are not going to give up. We are not going to lay down our arms, and we are not going to raise our ass yet. There is still a lot of things which we want to do. So the first things first. I want to take this position over there, and I want to prepare for incoming Shrek and for incoming Char Future. This is extremely important thing to say and important thing to do. 2 seconds left and Shrek is not going to enjoy himself. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. I'm going on the reload quickly. 40 seconds left. I have a good feeling we should be able to fully reload here. So let's chill, let's relax, and let's enjoy ourselves. Once again, we have quite a bit of time and we can decap the base if needed. So what is a big problem for us? I would say the big problem for us is that tortoise. As wrong as it sounds, tortoise is a big boy and we do not really want to mess with him, right? At least not yet. Meanwhile, I want to go back into this bush and hopefully... Nah, we cannot do that, shame. Okay, Char Future is getting some balls. Good. Good. What balls? What balls? What balls? Simple question. What balls? Yeah. This is how powerful this tank is. Obviously, once again, for me it is extremely fun tank to play. I did not really manage to find a lot of excellent Cobra players to get punished and to hate this tank or to play against this tank yet, but I can tell you one thing, this tank has quite a bloody huge potential overall. The potential of this tank is humongous if, once again, you know what you are doing, and if you are doing everything properly. You can be extremely powerful with this tank for sure. Now, looking into this, Mr. Tortoise is trying to make a pressure here. That's okay. We are about to get our last clip of this game. Are you prepared for this? Okay, nice. So, first things first. This is not easy penetration, but it is definitely doable. I'm trying to hit the Tortoise, but unfortunately I cannot penetrate him that easily. Anyways, not the game I am going to cry about. 5,500. Once again, I think Cobra in a good hands is very powerful tank, maybe even close to broken tank. I have pretty good understanding how am I going to rate this tank on index page, and I think this tank pretty much, at least in my humble opinion, has only one build, and that build is what I am using. Ventilation, stabilizer, an improved aiming unit. It's just how it goes. This is the right way to play with this tank. Forget the turbo. No, but Skill, you are more agile with the turbo. Yeah, but whenever you are relying on the tank gun handling, you need to have everything to boost your gun handling. This is the thing. So, in my humble opinion, this is the best build to play with. Maybe in the open maps, if you really want to spot... what team we had. Anyways. If in the open maps you want to spot, you can replace probably bounty aiming or ventilation, although probably I would keep ventilation. I would replace bounty aiming for optics. That's only one thing. Other than that, this tank is pretty damn awesome. Anyways, looking into our session, we played for 3,900 damage for 200 assisting damage. This is completely fine. I am super happy about this, and I think we made this tank work pretty well. So fellas, once again, I hope you had a great time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you were entertained by this video. We picked our first mark of excellence on the Cobra, which is always nice. I found this tank like a gem, at least for me. It is like a ruby or diamond or whatever else high quality gem, right? It is a pleasure for me to play with this tank. In other words, this tank is my vehicle. Now, obviously, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and thank you very much for our supporters. I appreciate you, Aka, you who are watching videos, who are joining, who are clicking that join button. I hope you are having a great time. For our lovely patrons and for people who are purchasing bananas in the index page, thank you. I hope I am worth it, and I hope you are having a great time together with us. And now, thank you very much for watching, and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.